Welcome to the show where we have the likely of duos in this room. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to talk about Jingle All the Way. Welcome everybody to the Average Joe Show. I'm Sam.
I'm Amy.
And we got Hayden with us today. Say hello.
Hello. No, he's usually been here.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
It's not quite. Well, next. If today were the day where we post it, next week would be the day after Christmas. So it's 6
Merry
days.
Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas in 6 days.
Yeah.
And happy holidays to everyone else.
Well, before we get started and talk about one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, before we get started, what are we drinking today, fellas?
We went to Swig, but I got a drink that's from Fizz. But it's Mountain Dew, green apple, raspberry, and strawberry.
Nice.
My classic.
I got 2 drinks because they're smaller. I got 2 drinks. I got the Jolly Elf.
I got 2 drinks because they're smaller. I got 2 drinks.
So the first drink I got is called the Jolly Elf. Mm-hmm. It has Mountain Dew, passion fruit, strawberry puree, and a fresh orange slice. And I got what's called the Ninny Muggins.
Cotton-headed Ninny Muggins.
Yeah. It's a frozen hot chocolate with English toffee and vanilla cream.
Wow.
Proper.
Can I try a bit of it?
Sure.
Hayden, what did you get?
A do-gooder, which is Mountain Dew, pineapple, fresh lime, raspberry puree, and coconut cream.
That sounds real good.
It was like a Valentine's Day special one or something.
Oh, I was thinking it was like a summer one, but also it's just like, yeah, pineapple and coconut equals summer. Am I right, ladies?
That's right, ladies.
Am I right, ladies? Well, should we get into it?
Actually, no.
Oh.
I have something to say.
Me and Hayden fear for our lives.
Yesterday, me and Amy, when I went to my parents' house for an early Christmas dinner /
Holiday Palooza.
Yeah.
Holiday Hootenanny.
Yeah. And guess what? We had a white elephant gift exchange.
I made the best gift.
Yeah, and I'm upset. I got Amy's gift.
I made bold and brash. It took me like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was a painting of beautiful Squidward art.
Yeah, bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash.
Hey, no it doesn't. I was ready to hang that bad boy up in my apartment. And it looked dang good.
I know, I spent so much time on it.
I know.
And I sat here and I was like, I'm going to be fine with whoever it goes to. But it'd be so much fun if it's someone, like, if it went to, like, you or Hannah. Or, like, someone who, like, I'm going to go to, like, their space. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna see it. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I saw it. Well, I grabbed one thing. It was a Thor Funko Pop. Got that stolen from me. And then I saw this square. I'm like, oh, this must be it. This must be the thing.
I wrote Fragile on it, but then someone flipped it over so you couldn't see Fragile on it because I just had a Final Destination vision of just like someone unwrapping it, and then like one of the like little babies that was running around. I just saw them like just tripping and just ruining it, and I was like, I spent like 5 hours on this. I'm gonna lose it if anything happens to it.
But I was so upset. My uncle, he took it from me. I don't even know if the man has seen the show.
He just wanted it.
I know. I'm upset. I don't have Bold and Brash.
Sam, I can make you one for Christmas.
I wanted it at the White Elephant Gift Exchange.
Have it be a power move.
Yeah.
I know, well, like, I made 2 paintings. I made Bold and Brash, and the other one I was like, I should probably not do a meme painting, because none of the adults will think it's funny. It would probably be, like, Sam and Jeremy that think it's funny, and no one else. Boy, was I wrong. But
My aunt and my uncle took both of the pictures.
no, their child took it. Gracie took
Oh,
Bold
our
and
cousins.
Brash. Yeah. And then Kathy took the other one. But yeah, they're flying to Georgia. They're nowhere near us. But that's okay.
I'm upset.
A little piece of me is with them now.
A little piece of me was taken away from me. That's
Sam,
what
I'll make you a new one.
No.
We can make
fine.
we can make a visual episode where we make Bold and Brash.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Well, now that I got that off my chest, let's talk about the
You
movie.
needed to complain about something.
Yeah. So today, everybody, we are talking about Jingle All the Way.
Wow.
'Kay.
Dude, we have matching shirts on.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys will have already seen it, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
In our cooking episode,
We'll show them off.
I'm wearing a Turbo Man shirt, and it has Turbo Man on it.
And it
And
says it's Turbo Time. I'm wearing a shirt with Dementor on it. It says Tata Turtle Man. And it has Sinbad on it.
Yeah.
The best boy.
I don't know if he is the best character in the movie, but let's get into it. So, a little brief. Here's a little synopsis given by Hayden.
Can we just say? Can the first line of it that's the only thing? That's the whole description of the movie.
Yeah. This goes as follows. Howard Langston, a mattress salesman, is constantly busy at his job, and he also constantly disappoints his son, Jamie. After he misses Jamie's karate exposition,
He copy and pasted it.
plagiarism. He tries hard to come up with a way to make it up to him. He says all he wants for Christmas is a Turbo Man that flies around and it's got a folding jetpack. I can't remember what the line is, but he says all he wants for Christmas is a Turbo Man action figure. Unfortunately for Howard, it's Christmas Eve, and every store is sold out. Now Howard must travel all over town and compete with everybody else, including a mailman named Myron Larrabee, to find
boy.
one and to make it to Holiday Wintertainment Parade, which will feature Turbo Man.
Ooh. The cast is so good in this.
The cast is pretty good. We got Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the
John
dad.
Wiggins provided that synopsis. Thanks, John.
Yeah,
Wow, thank
thanks.
you.
John Wiggins from
IMDb.
yeah.
Whoa, thanks.
Yeah. Do you have a cast on this thing, or is it just on?
I forgot.
Oh, that's
You
fine.
wanna?
Because we have, I could say what they're from. Yeah, so we have Arnold Schwarzenegger that plays our main character, Howard Langston, which is wild.
You wanna
That's
know?
a wild.
You wanna know something that's even more wild? They originally wanted someone like Tim Allen, like someone who's like classic, like goofy dad who like screws up, like just like someone like that. But then they somehow got Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's like, I think like after this movie he started being in like more comedy kind of stuff, I think. But he was mostly known for like just being an action hero, like Terminator, Predator. Like no one was like, oh yeah, this guy's hilarious. We should put him in everything.
Yeah. He's
But
never.
it's like
Yeah.
he's never been in a comedy before.
Yeah.
But
We also have Sinbad, comedy legend, I guess. I don't know. I only say I guess because I only know him from this.
he's the best boy.
He is pretty good. We also have Rita Wilson, who plays the wife.
My
We
wife.
have Jake Lloyd, who plays not Anakin Skywalker in this one, but that's all I thought of.
son.
Yeah, his son, Jamie.
It's my son.
And then probably one of my favorite characters.
This is
is
the true.
Ted.
It's the true best boy.
Yeah, it's Phil Hartman as Ted Maltin,
Yeah.
which he is one of my favorite characters. He's so gross, but he's so good.
He's their neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
and
The
has the
second
big-
bad guy of the movie.
yeah. He's more of a realistic bad guy, but he's just as goofy as Sinbad.
I don't think goofy's the word. I think wacky is.
They're both wacky though.
But Ted's character is not goofy. He's not funny. He's
He's just more slimy.
yeah.
He's just basically the neighbor who's like crushing on Howard's wife.
Yeah.
Put the cookie down.
Put the cookie down now. Oh, Liz, these cookies.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You've been working hard all day. Just go take a shower and I'll take care of everything for you. And then burns his hands on the pan that just came out of the oven. Also, if I had a nickel for every episode we talked about Phil Hartman, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't that much, but it's kind of it's an interesting coincidence.
Yeah. Of our 25 episodes, 2 of them we've talked about
Yeah.
Phil Hartman. How many of our 25 episodes have we talked about Morbius? Because I feel like we've talked about him a lot.
We don't need to talk about it. Do we just want to talk about our favorite parts or just go through the movie?
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the movie opens with the Turbo Man show.
Mm-hmm.
And Booster and Turbo Man take on the Dementor.
Dementor.
Yeah, Dementor. And
Dude, just like in Harry Potter.
you have some
Just the
banger
better
lines
version.
it's turbo time. Ta
It's
Turbo Man.
Turbo time.
There's a ta Turbo Man shoots his fist out shoots his hand out of his arm and hits Turbo
Dude,
Man.
if we go to any conventions, if we have our panel, are we gonna dress up as them?
We're thinking too far ahead, but
That's
yes.
true. Now listen, lady, you're thinking too hard about this, but also yes, it's gonna happen. Don't worry about it.
But you just see all the fun little things that Turbo Man can do, showing off why he's the coolest toy out there, or why he's going to be the coolest action figure.
Yeah, he's basically I would say a Power Ranger is what it kind of reminds me of.
He's like a super Power Ranger.
Yeah, because this movie was made in 1996.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's before all of our Marvel movies. I'm sure if they remade it now, it would be it's basically Tony Stark. There's also 50 other movies that have done that, including one that has Owen Wilson in it and Sylvester Stallone in it. And it's this sucks.
What?
I hate it here. It's just movies that Dad turns on. I don't even know what they're called.
Superhero movies with
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone and Owen Wilson.
No, they're 2 separate movies.
Oh.
One is Owen Wilson found this thing that fell from space. And it's technology that only he can use. And now he's a superhero. And Sylvester Stallone's oh yeah, me and my twin brother had powers. And he was the good guy. And I was the bad guy. But also that's spoilers because everyone thinks I'm the good guy. But I killed my brother. And now I'm sad. It's whack.
Wow.
They were both made this year. And I won't talk about them at the end of the year thing.
Wait, they came out this year? Owen Wilson was a superhero this year?
in your face is like, you what? Excuse me, you what?
What's his name? Not Morbius. I don't remember. Loki, I don't remember what his name is. The character. It's like Morbius, but it's not Morbius. It's like Mobius or something.
Mobius?
Right? What?
What is his name? Not Morpheus.
Alright, Owen Wilson's movie is...
Mobius.
Secret...
Yeah, it is Mobius.
Secret... Oh... Yeah. It sucks because, like, both Sylvester Stallone and Owen Wilson are in Marvel movies. And it's like, oh, cool. But yeah, Owen Wilson's movie is called Secret Headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Sylvester Stallone. It's called Samaritan.
I heard that one was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very predictable.
But Turbo Man, he's sort of like Falcon from the Marvel movies. He's got his jetpack. That's about it. And he can shoot stuff out of his wrists.
He's just like Falcon, guys. He has a jetpack just like him.
Yeah, you said Iron Man because he can fly and he's red. That's what I based your thoughts on.
No, I'm saying like if it's combining a Power Ranger, stop talking to me right now. It's a Power Ranger, like mostly a Power Ranger, and Iron Man. And combining them together. So it's like the goofiness and like practical stuff of a Power Ranger. But it's like...
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Yeah? Do you?
But I disagree. It's Falcon and a Power Ranger.
Wow.
Okay.
Do the Power Rangers shoot stuff out of their wrists? Like, pew, 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 pew.
I don't think
Just
so.
little boomerangs? Wait! Doesn't he have like a full-on boomerang?
Yeah, he has a super boomerang.
I thought you were gonna say super boomer. I was like, sick, dude. Where does it even come out of? Like, is it in his boot?
Yeah, it's in his boot.
I also love how we're gonna skip to like the very end, but just how they give him like a full-on Turbo Man suit that has a jetpack and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, I don't know. Let's just talk about Howard and who the heck he is. Howard's just a dad. He's going out living his life.
Yeah.
He's I don't know. He's always busy working, and so he doesn't see his son. And so
he's busy being a mattress salesman.
Telling everybody he's his number one. They're his number one customer.
You're my number one customer.
Remember, you're my number one customer. And it's just funny. Just that whole bit of just seeing him, like
being a salesman.
Yeah. But like, you see, he gets a call from his wife Liz, and he's just like, "Oh, you're coming tonight?" He's like, "I won't miss it for the world. And remember, you're my number one customer." And then she's like, "Howard." And then
she hungs up.
She hung herself.
No. She hangs up on him. I think before he even finishes it, he's like, "And remember, and then hangs up. She's like, "Yes, Howard, I know. I'm your number one wife." Whoa.
Yeah. Because like he was supposed to go to like this karate thing, and where he gets his yellow belt or blue belt. He gets some sort of belt.
He upgrades to something. Oh.
Oh, is it purple? Oh yeah, I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll just read through this. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna make it. Cut that comment out so it doesn't sound like I'm just reading off something.
But I'm totally gonna read off something.
So like he's running late and whatever to getting to the karate thing, and he gets pulled. He's like backed up in traffic, and this man thinks like nobody else would, I guess, and he does what every person should do, and just hop in
the mic
in the pullover lane and just try to zoom past.
No, what is it called? The Mitchell. What does the dad do in Mitchell versus the Machine?
Just the Rick Mitchell special.
He does the Rick Mitchell special.
And he just pulls
gets pulled over.
Yeah, he pulls out.
What
Where
does he say? You want to see something cool or something?
Yeah.
Or you just like watch this.
Yeah.
Before he does it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, kids, I'm going to teach you the Rick Mitchell special. You know a lot of this.
Yeah.
Kids are pulled over.
He's like, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, what you writing down there? And
yeah, he's getting written a ticket.
yeah. But he gets pulled over by this cop who spends the entire movie finding the, like, always coming across, like, he meets this cop, and this cop always randomly
they run into each other all the time, and
I think it's 4 times or 3 times. Because he gets
there's
pulled
this
over.
one. It's the next one when they're at the radio station, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I was on the bomb squad," and kills everyone. And then I think it's just 3 times, because then the next time is like...
Is it at the parade?
At the parade. Or I guess there's 2 there's 2 scenes of him at the parade. Mm-hmm. There's the part where... Is it Howard that runs into him? Like when he's carrying a bunch of hot chocolate?
Well, he tips over his...
Or is it the... No, the wife...
Because first time he just gets pulled over and is a jerk to the cop. Mm-hmm. Then second time he knocks over his bike another time. He spills the coffee all over him another time. He has the bomb. Because I'm trying to think of the apology line that he's like, sorry about the bike, the coffee, the bomb. And he's like, don't worry, sir. You're a Turbo Man. You're the world's greatest hero.
No, I love how at like the end of the movie, he's like saluting him, and then he takes his helmet off, and his smile just like goes away. Like, oh no, it's you. It's you. Why are they doing a karate competition on Christmas Eve?
I don't think it's Christmas Eve.
Oh, it's like the day before?
Yeah, it could be like within a couple of days or something.
Mm.
But
dude, I remember thinking Jamie's room was so cool. I think there were Marvel characters up on the wall too. Cuz they had like those big the fathead stickers just all over the room. It was a huge room.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was so cool. And he had a bunk bed and everything.
Should we do that for our office when we style it up and everything? Should we get a fat head and a bunk bed? Put that in the background?
Yeah. We can film under the bunk bed. Because there's the bed on top and then the desk on the bottom. We'll just be sitting on the floor just curled up like, hey guys. Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
We're totally not squished right now.
We also introduce while we're at the karate place, we're introduced to a couple of other characters.
Phil Hartman.
Yeah, we're introduced to Ted and his son. What's his son's name? Billy.
Billy.
Or is it DJ? No, he's too old to be. Oh, that's the DJ. Yeah, Billy.
Oh yeah, there he is.
But yeah, we're introduced to them, and they're like seem like the perfect family. Ted's a great dad to his son.
He's a single
the perfect dad. And then Billy's just the perfect child who gets everything. Mm-hmm. And then, but yeah, he's a single dad, so he's the bad guy because he gets he has he wants everything.
You know he's evil because he's a single dad, right?
Yeah. No.
All you single dads out there, you're evil.
Yeah,
Not really.
Just like the French in Wakanda Forever. French
and in Kung Pao.
Yeah. If you're a French single dad, you're like probably one of the most dangerous people on earth.
Stop. Comically evil French single dad.
No, but like Ted's like he's like everything that Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to be for his son Jamie. Like he gets him everything he wants. He shows all the love and whatever, and you know that his son loves his dad. Mm-hmm. But also now, Ted's fighting. What's his name? He's fighting Howard for
the love of Howard's wife.
Yeah,
they're fighting over one of the guy's wives.
But yeah, and everybody likes Ted. There's a whole bunch of single moms in this movie that are like, "Oh, you're so good, Ted.
You're like the man of my dreams," and he's like, "I want the one that's married." Yeah. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah,
she's like, the one for me.
Like he does like the weird like awkward smile, being like, "Oh, get away from me," that kind of thing. But then he sees like, "Oh, Liz." Liz, your cookies.
I'm gonna cry.
But like his character is so interesting.
It's so good
because he like you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger is a terrible father. Like he's the worst.
But I feel like he totally redeems himself like throughout the movie because it's like the point that it's like, wow, you're a terrible father and a terrible husband. This guy should take your wife. He's like perfect. The son's already best friends. It'll work out perfectly. But then it slowly is like, oh, this guy's kind of nasty. Liz, your cookies. Ew. Drink break. Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll fast forward a little bit into the movie. You see that Jamie's just very disappointed because guess what? Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up to the karate thing and nobody's there.
Dude, it's just like in what movie was it?
The Batman. When he calls, when he tries to call Alfred, and
when he goes home and his parents aren't there.
No. When Batman calls Alfred, because he's just like, Alfred, give me Alfred. There's a bomb, and then she's
Lori, give the phone to Alfred.
Like,
I'm sorry, sir. I think it's a little too late. He tried to call you an hour ago.
Yeah.
Because he's dead, guys.
Because he blew up the city.
He was also at the radio station.
You know what? This movie is just like the Batman.
Dude,
instead of Batman going around looking for riddles or solving riddles and crimes,
he's like
a Turbo Man doll.
Does that mean Sinbad's Riddler? Who's the Riddler? What's happening? Who's who? Or is just
the Riddler?
Or is the corporation of Turbo Man Riddler, and then like all the other characters except Howard are just like all like the random people running around being idiots.
For sure, Sinbad is...
It's Catwoman.
No. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, they kiss at the end. They want the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the ending of this was real.
I'm done with this bit. I don't want to compare it anymore.
He shoved Liv out of the way. It's like, I found someone else. Wow. Anyways.
So like because he showed up to the karate thing, like totally like because he shows up to the karate thing and nobody's there and it's already all cleaned up and everything. Jamie's just like, you're a terrible dad. You need to be more like Turbo Man. Turbo Man said, don't make any promises that you can't keep or whatever.
No way.
No, he says something along the lines of
something like that.
You can't make promises. You can't make promises you can't keep, or you must always keep your promises, or something. Or don't break your something about that. And then he does the impossible. He's like, Turbo Man doll? You want a Turbo Man doll? And
you want a Turbo Man doll? Go get it.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'll get you. You should get a Turbo Man doll. And wife is like, I sure hope
good job, husband.
I'm glad that you got one because I don't know if
because there's no way you can get one now. And he's like.
And then facial expression galore. Probably.
Is this when it like does a zoom in on his face?
It's when the lights turn off and all you see is his eyes just widen.
Oh yeah, they're going to bed and he's. Yeah. It's just the Squidward meme of him laying in bed and his eyes shoot open.
Yeah.
They're all bloodshot and everything.
Yeah.
Can we reformat that meme into Turbo Man now?
Yeah. But you then see like him go through all of like he goes to his first store and
because now it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and you see him just like go into the store, and they're like, "Where's the Turbo Man doll?" And then
they're like, "We're sold out, but we have Booster."
Nobody wants Booster.
Nobody likes Booster. Which I think that's the best gag. It's just like how all the aisles are just filled with like Booster, but no Turbo Man.
Yeah. So like this movie is based like it's based on like what happened when Barbie first was made, because the first Christmas of like Barbie being released, I guess, was like insane. Everybody wanted a Barbie doll. Everybody was trying to get Barbie dolls for their kids. And
or we can compare it to the PS5.
That's different.
That's a whole nother story.
But like we can compare it to like the PlayStation 5. But the Turbo Man action figure is like I think was compared to when Barbie was made.
Mm-hmm.
But I like some of the characters that you meet like on his little journey of finding the Turbo Man. Like the two store clerks are like, you want a Turbo Man doll?
It's just us laughing at something.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wheezing.
Like I don't know who the actors are, and it doesn't matter. Like, well, they
I feel like they're just like just background actors. Like
no,
like they're not like super famous, but they're
there's one of them's like a comedian.
Oh,
like I've seen him in other stuff, but that's fine.
It'd be so fun if it's like Sinbad's like, oh yeah, my comedian friend, can he be in this? And they're like, yeah, man, bring him in.
It could be
wholesome hours.
But
I'm just thinking, I'm getting flashbacks to Werewolf.
Oh. But yeah, like we got our ooms out of the way.
I haven't gotten my giggles out of the way from it though.
Oh my. So
does he first go to the?
He goes to the store, then he goes to like the mall.
Well, okay, because also with him going to like after he goes to like all the stores and there's like that whole what's it called, montage of like him going out to all the stores and them laughing at him. He goes to a little more extreme measures. He tries to sign up in all of these like contests to like win a Turbo Man doll.
He only signs up for one.
Well, it's like it's stuff similar. So it's like the first one's like at the mall where it's like, oh yeah, whoever can catch this ball that has Turbo Man on it, like
this
like
red
logo,
ball. Yeah, if you
they'll
get the
win. Yeah, they'll win it. And I remember as a kid thinking that part was like just goofy, like, haha, he's trying to fit through a playground. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's choking out this kid trying to get the ball out of his mouth.
Hi, little girl.
But now looking at it as an adult, it's like, oh yeah, I can see why all the moms were like hitting him with their purse. Because it's like, just the island. It's like, oh, get him out of here right now.
Yeah, some other stuff that he had, but yeah. So that's a weird little something that I remember from that scene from the I don't want to call it the balls scene. I really don't want to call it that, but that's what it's gonna. Yeah, the ball chase.
The
ball snatching scene.
Instead of my wig was snatched, it's my balls. Guys, we're not using my wig snatched. My balls were snatched instead. We're gonna use it now. It's gonna be 2023's new phrase. My balls were snatched. Anyways, I think in this scene, because I was thinking how it ends, but I think he like he runs into like one of like the mall Santas, and the Santa's like, "You're wanting a Turbo Man doll. I got the place for you." And it's this super sketchy looking thing. Am I right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, like one thing that was sort of actually we can just kind of never mind.
What?
Continue.
What?
Continue on. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, so the Santa's like, yeah, meet me behind the mall at 4:00 sharp. And he's like, okay, and then they go, and it's like, it feels like a whole drug deal thing.
Because it is.
It's so good. I love it. But yeah, so then this Santa brings him to like this, what would you call it? Not like a, they call it Santa's workshop.
It's like a factory.
I love how everyone's committed into like dressing up as like an elf or Santa.
Well, it's like an abandoned warehouse kind of thing, like
yeah,
where they just make all these toys and.
But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, here's your Turbo Man doll, and it's like, I think I can see just being like, oh yeah, this is where all the broken toys go to that people aren't gonna sell. So then they just bring them to this spot, or like people have like bought it off of the store or just taking it from the store because it's broken, and then trying to resell it, and that's what happens. So
what they like what he ends up doing is like giving him like $500 for this one Turbo Man act. I'm gonna probably call it a Turbo Man doll because that's what he calls it throughout the movie.
That's what it's called throughout the whole movie.
But it's an action figure. I know it's an action figure, but he gives him like $500.
Oh,
and he got like a Spanish speaking. It like spoke Spanish, and he opened up the box and just crumbles apart.
Yeah, this is like it's like a counterfeit toy making.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. And then it pulls out probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, where Arnold Schwarzenegger does his thing of being an action movie star.
They were like, dude, we got Arnie. Let's add in an action scene.
Yeah, but we can't have any guns because that's not how this works.
That's not how this movie is.
Yeah.
They could have pulled out Nerf guns or not.
That would actually be really funny.
They could have called them Murph guns.
Yeah. But
this scene is so good. I remember all of us laughing at it as kids.
Oh yeah. Like you have the guy with the nunchucks, and I think they do the Indiana Jones thing where he just like flips around the nunchucks and does like a whole bunch of flips, and then Arnold just punches him
Decks
once.
him, and he's out cold.
Yeah.
He like immediately like falls back.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot about like the main Santa gets like punched, and he is stiff as a board, but is like rolling from toe to head, and hits his head on like a post. And he's like, oh, get him! And then he falls over. Then
is that when he grabs his beard and like snaps it back? And that's when
right. That's what he does. He doesn't punch him. He pulls his beard and then.
This
snaps
movie's
it
a
back.
cartoon, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. I think this scene like totally like shows off like a lot of the cartooniness. Definitely the bomb part where like it shows the outside of the building, the bomb blowing up, and then cuts back to all the officers, and they're like there's like the main guy that's like all black and like because of all like the smoke that got him.
Mm-hmm. And
like
it's just
cartoon.
like 5 years in the bomb squad, yeah. But
then
it
there's
has
like
it has some of my favorite characters. Like
he drop kicks is it a Santa or an elf?
It's a small no. He doesn't drop kick anybody, I think.
Well, I don't think he drop kicks him. I can't remember what happens.
Because there's
feel
like
like
the head elf that has like the taser that tases him. There's the
This is like the Batman.
I know. And then there's the Big Show that comes in, and
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Like he punches him, and he's just like, my hand, it hurts. And then he grabs like I
love how they had to get someone that's bigger than Arnie to be in it.
Yeah.
They had to get a wrestler, which is so good. I
think Big Show is the guy. Freaking Paul Wright. Paul Wright? Is that his name? Yeah. He's somebody. Okay. I don't know if I've said this on air before, but I want you on. I want to meet you, Mr. Paul Wright, and I want video.
He wants to kiss you.
No. No.
No way, please.
I mean, it'd be an honor, but no, thank you.
I mean, I'd rather get a kiss than a slap.
No, I want the iconic like slap the chest from Big Show. I want a 5-star on my chest from that man.
I feel like that would take up like half your body.
Bro.
Just a handprint on like the top half.
Dude, I'd take a bump from you. I'd take a bump. That's what I want. I want to interview you and then just have a video of you slapping me on the chest. But another thing that was fun about him. Sorry,
He slapped your butt. You have hand on both cheeks. Unhinged.
Yeah, I am not asking you to kiss me or slap me on the butt. I just want you to slap me.
Bro, I'm gonna cry. He's debating it.
No, I am not debating. What's another like wrestler I would want? I think I would just like to meet Rey Mysterio. He'd be cool. But that's not what we're talking about.
Would you want him to 619 you?
No.
No.
I think I would like to just see him do flips, just in general.
Whoa, were you Rey Mysterio? Yeah. Do a flip. Yeah.
Are you the real Spider-Man? Yeah.
But yeah, and then during this brawl, the police show up.
No, wait. Do you remember how? In Big Show's defeated?
No, I can't remember.
I think he give up. Hayden, do you have? Oh, you don't have it. Okay.
Hold on, we're pulling up the scene right now.
Because I'm pretty sure what happens. There's the small Santa that gets on his head and is like tearing out his hair, and then Big Show goes to punch.
And he flies.
He punches the little guy, and he soars. And it's just like, no, I'm sorry, little buddy. And then I think he just knocks him out. So, sorry, we just watched the whole scene because that was hilarious.
It's so good.
But like, after, yeah, you have to find out, he just punches him once. He punches Big Show once.
Well, Big Show punches he
punches Little Santa.
Santa flies
soars like 60 feet.
He flies out of the building. There's a little Santa-shaped hole in the wall. And he's like, sorry, buddy, and gets decked in the face once, and that's it. He's out of the
You don't
scene.
even see him fall over. He just turns to the side and
walks off.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't take a hit.
Dude, the freaking elf just whipping out the taser and just tasing him up the butt.
I don't think he goes up the butt. I think he just tases him like the upper thigh. Like right under the butt cheek. But anyways,
I think he went further in, but
it's a kids movie. They wouldn't do that.
Poor Arnie. But yeah, and then
the Grinch comes in. That's the line.
Yeah! Oh my god!
The police come in and they're like, it's the Grinch! And then everybody just like runs away and the cops just take them all down.
There's so many good lines in this movie. So many dumb gags.
And wow, I got a bubble in my throat.
Yeah, he grabs one of the toy police badges because all of them are grabbing them. Like all the police are grabbing all the Santas, and is it the cop from the one that pulled him over? Oh, okay.
No, he would have not believed it in a second. That's a smart cop.
Yeah, well, but so he I think he's looking at all the toys on the table and sees badges. So he hurries and grabs one. And he's like, "Yeah, I was undercover here, and you guys blew my operation." And chewing them all out, and then he leaves. And then is that when he goes to
he goes to a little diner?
Yeah,
because
he's like, "My day's ruined.
Yeah.
I didn't get a Turbo Man doll." And that's when we meet the man, the myth, and the legend.
No, I don't think we met him earlier. He was at I think it was he was at the mall.
Oh.
But yeah.
This is when he gets character development.
This is when they hold hands and they're like, you know what? I think we can be friends. And then they fight each other because they hear over the radio that whoever can name all of Santa's reindeer gets a Turbo Man doll. And they book it. Wait, but this is where you figure out what his whole motivation. I'm trying to remember why he has why he wants. Yeah, no. He's okay. Says Myron explains that the mailman's name is Myron.
I keep on wanting to say Byron.
Myron. They're Myron explains that when he was young, his father was unable to buy him a Johnny 7 OMA action figure on Christmas.
I think he started to explain it, but then later on you find out that he was wanting to get it for his son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he would... That could be it. That sounds more plausible. I thought it was just, I never got an action figure as a kid.
So I'm going to have it!
Yeah. I want an action figure. But,
I think with the editing of this scene, it's just we're in the perspective of how we're just being yeah, that's cool. And then they hear the, just them saying well, yeah, Turbo Man on the radio, and they're both
No, but you forgot one little thing that is absolutely wild. Because he didn't get his Turbo Man doll, or he didn't get his Johnny 7 action figure, it just cuts to Arnold and getting like a surprise face, and then it shows Jamie dressed up in like Sinbad's like costume. Yeah, he's just like sipping on like the little like flask, and he's like, "Yep, this is me now." And
dude, I forgot about that. That's so good. Mm-hmm. See, like bits like that are just like. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's just such classic scenes. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna shoot this scene, and it's not gonna be anything great and fancy. Just we're gonna go, bah, and then just skip to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's so good. They hear over the radio that they just need to name all of the reindeer on Santa's sleigh.
Yeah, and so he tries to call him, and then all of a sudden, Myron pulls out the telephone, which that wouldn't happen nowadays because we have smartphones.
Wow. Not Mike.
Sorry for hitting you.
But yeah, so then they book it to the radio station, which it's like, I feel like they go to like one of the telephone, like, what is it called?
They went to the telephone inside the what's it called?
Yeah, in the diner, and then don't they get kicked out?
Out of the diner?
Yeah.
No,
or did they just book it out?
Book it out there. They don't care about getting kicked out. They can't get kicked out if they're already hoofing it over to radio station. They break in. They breaks into like the radio show. The guy like alerts the police, and and Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, Dasher Dancer Prince or Vixen, come and give it down to Blitzen. I got it all. Yeah, give me the Devil Man doll. And then
isn't he like, you're supposed to call it?
No, it's just like he was just, I don't know, like,
okay.
He got upset that he got like a coupon instead of it was like a coupon for a Turbo Man.
Oh.
And then
police show up and like...
Well, no. Well, not quite yet. Myron also shows up and he's just like, give me the Turbo Man, or I got this. He pulls out a package. He's like, I got this bomb. And he's like,
this is a bomb right here.
I work in a delivery service during Christmas time. He might lose it. He doesn't say that exact thing, but he just explains that he's insane.
It's so good. Yeah, because this one, they're like in like the sound booth.
Yeah. And
he like throws it, and everyone kind of like ducks and covers, and it just ends up being like a little like music box or something.
Yeah.
Howard gets so mad at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, you lied to me.
Gosh, don't grab me like that. Like, they realized that he called the cops, and then they're like, we gotta get out of here. And so, we gotta get to the chopper. So they try to run out, and he runs into the cops again. Like, those two run into the cops.
I thought it was just like they both like split up.
No, they were both in there.
Oh. Because then how does Howard get out of there? Because I know
he drops the bomb. They drop the bomb and then they both just bolt.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But,
wait.
But like you have them like run off and he pulls out another package that looks not neatly wrapped or anything, but
it's the same. I remember when I was younger, just being like, "Oh yeah, it's totally not a bomb," and then it was.
Yeah.
Like it looks like similar to the other one.
No, that one was like poorly wrapped and
similar. But yeah, like I was also gonna say poorly wrapped. Not as neat.
But yeah, you learn more about our favorite cop man being like, Okay, easy, Sparky.
Officer Hummel.
Is that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
And
I
it's like
worked in the bomb squad for like 5 weeks, and he's just like,
yeah,
are
it's
you
a
sure,
whole
Captain?
It's a whole squad of policemen.
Yeah.
Like a handful of them, not like
a couple.
we got the whole place surrounded. Don't even.
Yeah, no, it's just like the 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they rips open the box, and it actually is a bomb.
Which, like, being 5 years on the bomb squad, I think that's the last thing that you should do, is just rip open the package. What happens after this? Does he just...
I think he ends up going home. No.
I think this is the part where he, like, does go home, and then he, like, looks in, like, Phil Hartman's house, and just, like, or, like, like, it does, like, the reverb, like, of Phil Hartman being like, yeah, I got Billy's Turbo Man doll months ago, nicely wrapped under the tree. And he's like looking in the house, and you just see the Turbo Man doll. It's like wrapped in like Turbo Man like Christmas wrapping. And he's like, is that one? Also, we forgot to mention this, or actually, we can continue going on, and we can mention it when it comes up.
Okay.
But
yeah,
like, so then he tries to break into his house while everyone's distracted with carolers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
and then he
because
breaks...
Ted is over at the house because...
Oh, yeah, before this was the cookies.
Well, they were over at the... He was over at the house because he was coming home, and Ted was just like, Liz, where's the star on the tree? And Liz is just like, oh, that's Howard's thing. He puts on the star on Christmas Eve every year. It's like, oh, come on, you can't be doing that. And that's when Howard shows up outside of the house, and you see Ted putting the star up. He's like, you stupid man, I'm gonna take your Turbo Man doll. And
betrayal.
Yeah.
Well, I think before that's when he was calling the house to like talk to Liz. Is it Liv or Liz?
Liz.
Yeah, Liz. And that's when Phil Hartman answers the phone and is just like, oh, these cookies.
He's like, oh yeah, Liz is in the shower. I can go talk to her if you want me to. He's like, no, you just
put the cookie down.
And he tells Phil Hartman that he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Just immediate, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. You're right.
But
yeah, so then he breaks into the house, and lo and behold, there's a reindeer. Because we forgot to mention it earlier. But Phil Hartman bought a reindeer just to show off to everyone that, like, hey guys, look.
He's like, I love my son.
I'm such a Christmas man. I got my son a reindeer. And I'm going to show it off to everyone.
Do you love me yet? I bought a reindeer for my son.
Is that cool or what? But yeah, so then there's a big chase. And what happens? Because I know he snatches the Turbo Man doll. And then, like, him and the reindeer make eye contact.
Well, no, he grabs the present, and he's just like, I'm stealing from a kid. I can't do this. He sets it back down, turns around, and then the like the music hits, and
the reindeer's T-posting.
And he, like, charges after him and, like, knocks over all his stuff.
I love how the camera at this part, it's, like, angled to, like, where the reindeer's head is, but it's like they put antlers under the camera, so, like, you can see it in frame, but it's, like, just, like, like running out.
Galloping at him. Yeah.
It's so good.
But he's, like, running through the house, and he knocks, like, a little nativity scene that's inside the house for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like it should have been, like, from outside.
Yeah, and it's
but
like...
But then it's inside.
And it catches on, like, he knocks down this wise man or something from a nativity scene. Head pops off, and it
rolls
lights
into
on
the
fire, and then...
Which, why is the fireplace on when you're not even home?
Keep the house warm.
That's how Sims die. That's how their house catches on fire, and they catch on fire too.
This is Turbo Man movie. This isn't Sims. So it's a different molecular...
different molecular construction. Wow.
Yeah, structure.
Structure.
But it lights on fire and he kicks the head out the
He
window.
kicks it and goes through the window
Yeah,
in front of everyone.
Yeah, because they're distracted by Christmas carolers.
Uh-huh.
And the Christmas carol. Oh, this is when Ted pulls his first move on putting his arm around Liz. And
they're like swaying with
and
like,
then
the
she
music.
sways away from him and just like, okay, I missed my chance. That's like me with women, everybody.
That sounds like a you problem. It is.
But the head flies out the window. Everybody's scared. And
I think it like goes towards the carolers.
Yeah, but it lands in the snow. Ted comes and saves the day because he's the most perfect man in the world. And he just covers it in like a scarf or like throws more snow on it or something. And
I think
and then they look through. Yeah, they look through the window and they see Howard in there, and they're like, Howard.
And then he books it out of there. He scrambles like a raccoon in a trash can and gets away. He books it. What does happen? I feel like he doesn't stay home. Like he doesn't like go back home.
That's when he's like drinking with the reindeer.
Yeah, but like,
oh
yeah, because everybody leaves because they're upset with him to go to like the parade, and
this is all in the same day. Howard, what time did you get up to go get a Turbo Man doll?
He got up early so he could go to the city.
Wow.
But you
would think that the parade would be in the morning, or is it Is the parade like on Christmas Day?
No, it's not on Christmas Day because he.
This is all Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah. But yeah, after everybody leaves, Howard looks around the house and forgets about the reindeer, and the reindeer comes busting through the house.
And he decks him.
Yeah, he decked his Halsbub and just uppercuts him.
Smacks my arm.
Yeah, well, yeah. He uppercuts the reindeer, and
Knocks
you
some
hear
sense into
you
him.
hear the reindeer go. Ugh.
Oh my gosh!
And then they share a beer together, and
I'm only thinking of Shanghai Noon, where like the horse like grabs the bottle and like flips
it
up.
He puts it like in a
like in a bowl. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's like sitting back there.
Mm-hmm.
In the back there.
Yeah, because he's like sitting on like the little like the stairs to like the back door and like sets it there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
So flash forward a little bit. It shows now Liz and Ted taking the kids to the parade, and for some reason they're like, it'd be a great idea. Kids, you go to the parade. We'll meet you in a second. And
I don't think that would fly today. Actually, it
wouldn't fly.
It wouldn't have flown ever. But
they let the kids go to the parade and they'll meet up. And Ted's just like, Liz, it's been a hard Christmas Eve, hasn't it? You have a terrible husband.
You should just get with me instead.
And then he goes in for a kiss. She hits him with a thermos of eggnog. I think it's eggnog or like hot cocoa or something.
It's eggnog.
Yeah, because then it splashes all over him. Because like his glasses are like all covered in it, and he's like, well, it's like dripping all over his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that story arc is done of Ted being the worst person ever.
Because then she leaves after she smacks him.
Yeah.
To go be with the kids because she smacked sense into herself by smacking him.
Well,
he was like, my son!
She was never like...
Yeah, she was never like into him because she was like, I'm a married woman, but you're a nice guy and thanks for helping me.
Yeah. Yeah.
My loyalties don't lie with you. I was gonna say Howard. Wait.
But
Oh, sorry.
you're
I
good.
caked you.
But
Yeah, so while she's booking it to the kids, Howard's booking it to the parade to also be with the kids, but also his wife.
Because that was like also another thing that they did, like their Christmas tradition that he couldn't miss out on was putting the star up and going to the parade.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ted I think they took down the star. But
I think he was about, like, I think he did put it up there.
And then,
but then
Liz
she
put it away. That's right.
Yeah, she's like, it just doesn't feel right. Let's just wait for Howard.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
But he goes like, so he goes to like the parade. And,
I don't think he.
Well, he tries to go to the parade, and then he sees the officer, and the officer's like,
no, he bumps into him. That's when like they kind of like smack into one another, and like hot cocoa goes all over
or like
the officer.
And
I also love how they just put bandages on his hands.
Yeah.
And I love how they put him in charge of getting the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Whose idea was this?
They weren't thinking. They were not considerate of this officer. But they chase around.
Like, Captain, you're the one who always gets the hot chocolate. You know what we like. He's like, son, my hands. I can't use.
He has no hands.
My fingers were blown off. Please.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Howard runs into the building, right?
Yeah, he goes and hides in this building, and they're like,
"Hey, we know who you are. Get back over here. You're the Turbo Man guy. You gotta get over here. You're late."
No, while he's running, the like people that like run the parade, they like snatch him. They're like, "You're late."
Yeah.
Because they think that he's like the replacement for the Turbo Man.
Yeah, because he's a jacked dude. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
And
no, he's had a big coat on this whole time.
Yeah, and he doesn't look as like jacked as he.
No, also at the end when he shows back up with Jamie and he like reveals that it's him. Liz is like, she's like, Howard, and then like looks at him and is like, Howard. like she doesn't know. And it's also padding too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
She's never seen him shirtless.
Yeah, I think that's why they always have him in like a baggy coat to like not show. Because it's like that's why they were expecting like, yeah, we're gonna have Tim Allen.
Imagine Tim Allen in like a buff suit. So he puts on the suit. He gets the tight suit on. You see him in his boxer briefs, and then
I think this suit up scene is so good. I love that. But it's like, I love it because they don't like glamour it. It's just like, yeah, we're putting you in a rubber suit. We gotta loop you up to just put you in.
Yeah. But he puts on the suit, and
I think they weren't trying to show that he was like all buff.
Yeah. Because I remember they had all the people covering him.
Yeah, because then you can see him just like his back and them trying to like zip up the suit. And then I think like them putting like the boots on or something. Like them trying to put the latex helmet on or the cowl, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's more like a Batman cowl than like a helmet.
It's a helmet. It's not.
It's like a mix of both because like it's attached to like his neck.
No way.
So it's like a helmet.
I would not call it a helmet.
Yeah, a cowl.
A cowl. It's a helmet.
No, I'm just saying it's similar to like Batman's cowl, where it's like it goes like over the head because it's like the neck goes down to like the shoulders and it's connected to like the helmet part.
Yeah.
It's not like you're wearing a shirt or anything.
Oh yeah, we could look at it.
We're both like you gotta know. Wow.
But so now the action goes.
This is when the boosters. What does Booster say? Like before he like suits up, he's like, "Took you long enough."
Took you long enough. When were you at rehearsal yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like smoking a cigarette, just being mad.
Yeah. And
I feel like he has like kind of a voice like Gilbert Gottfried, but I can't remember. I don't know.
It's not him.
I know it's not him. But yeah, and then
No, I think he's the guy. He's the guy from Incredibles. He's the boss man. I think. It's like, Par.
no, it's not him.
It has to be.
No, I feel like that guy's too short to be in the booster suit. The booster.
He's
I feel
not a
like-
big dude. Booster's not big. He's just,
But being in the suit,
Okay,
I don't think it's him.
and we can just move forward. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
I love
Byron. Oh,
Byron.
what? It says
Byron.
Myron.
Byron's a video of like a guy who's like, oh yeah, Byron.
He's like, what's the president's name?
Byron. But yeah, I love how they like do the full reveal of Howard in the Turbo Man suit, because they like put him in like the
float.
like the float, and the whole thing is like he's under it, and then they'll like raise him up, and just like show him off.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know why, but that part's just so good. But also just his expression, like when he like because it's like zoomed up like on the floor, like when he's going up.
Oh
And
yeah. You
like
see
right
his
as
head,
it
peek out.
shows his eyes get big, like I'm on the floor. Like, oh no.
I'm outside. People are seeing me.
Yeah.
My son's gonna see me. I'm not getting a Turbo Man doll. What the heck is happening?
Dude, I also love the part like when he's like when they like he's like on the float now and he's like waving at everyone. And then, like, the Turbo Man doll, like, comes up and he, like, grabs it and, like, looks at it like a firstborn child.
And he's like, yes! Yes!
And I also love how when they're like, all right, well, Turbo Man's now going to choose a kid from the crowd. And, like, the kid Billy's like, he's looking at me! And, like, the kids are, like, fighting at who he's looking at. And he's, like, points at him and he's like, Jamie!
Jamie! And
I
it's just
love
like, I feel like everybody should have been like, that's not what Turbo Man sounds like.
It's so good.
Because he's supposed to sound like, you can count on me. And then he's like, you can count on me. I'm Turbo Man.
Well, I don't think they turn the mic on
Until he says, Jamie.
Jamie. But yeah,
Turbo Man knows my name.
It's so cute. I love that kid so much.
So, like, this is the scene where...
The kid books it.
Yeah, he hops on his pod racer.
That's what I call pod racing.
Yeah. No. But then, come to find out, Myron...
Byron.
But Myron comes out.
And he's dressed as
just
Dementor.
Like, and I guess this was supposed to happen? Like, imagine...
It wasn't. I don't think it was. I think he was. No, because so they had like a zip line from like one of the buildings.
Yeah.
And he like he did like the classic thing of like knocking out the guy and taking his outfit.
Yeah.
So then he's like sitting there like all duct taped up in like the boxers with like the hearts on them and like a tank top.
Yeah. But like he's like, after I explain it, I think it's wild that a parade would think this is a really great idea.
Having a fight scene.
Well, like, you have the kid come up, and then all of a sudden Dementor comes down, who is Myron, and
I think they were planning on like the kid would just go back to their parents, but then I think Howard was like trying to like say something to him, and then that's when everything happened. And I can see Myron being like, "I'm going down early," and everyone's like, "Look out!"
I guess we're doing it. And
We're a few minutes early, but I guess we'll do it now.
yeah, but like Dementor comes down, takes Jamie, and I can't remember.
No, he's like trying to take the Turbo Man doll because then all like the goons like come out of the
that's
come out
right.
of the presence
and then
start
he
fighting.
puts the Turbo Man in his backpack. Jamie goes running. Myron goes after.
We can call him Dementor.
Yeah, we can call him Dementor.
He has turned into Dementor.
Yeah.
he is one with the Dementor.
You know what the worst part of the worst part of prison was the Dementors.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what?
No.
It's an Office reference.
Oh.
It's Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. Have you seen the thing where someone had like a keychain of him, and a kid was like, "Is that your boyfriend?"
I have a keychain of him.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hope Delilah's like, "Is that your boyfriend?" And you can sit there and be like, "Yeah, that's my boyfriend."
That's my boyfriend, Prison Mike.
Yeah.
This is where you find out that the Turbo Man suit is fully functional. It has a jetpack.
Also, the Dementor one is too, because like at one point he like goes to like
oh yeah, he blasts him with his wrist.
Yeah, like his
super fist.
Yeah, so just Dementor's thing is just like his like hand like flies off to like punch someone, but then it like comes back.
Imagine putting on a suit and then all of a sudden you feel your hand disconnect from your body and just like, oh, what just happened? And he's just like, stick your hand out, and he's just like, okay, now clench your fist, and then it just shoots. But
that's the suit up scene that we needed.
But for some reason, there's no parents stopping the Dementor or like any grown-ups.
Everyone's just like, oh yeah, this is part of the show, but also that's my son that's running up there. But it's fine, it's part of the show.
Yeah, they're climbing up this building, and they get to like this. They get to like the decorated like tree light structure looking thing, and it like falls over, and it's just like Turbo Man, help! And it's just like the opening scene where the kid's gonna fall. But
I love how like the announcers are like, Turbo Man, use your jetpack to go save him. Like, it's like, don't worry guys, this is totally planned.
He's just like, what? Turbo Man jets? And
then
he
like
just
the
like
things
the switches come out to like his hand, and he's just some of the weird and worst CG or like green screen work.
No, it's the best.
And he flies. He starts flying, and there's some wild things that happen. Doesn't he like fly through like a kitchen and like wipes out an entire Christmas dinner?
Yeah, it's while the whole family's like praying over the meal. He just goes,
and
it's so good. There's just a whole scene of him flying through buildings and like running into buildings.
When he runs headfirst into a building and he's just like stiff and he's just like going up that, I'm like, that's not how that works.
No, it's like a video game. He can't go through that building. It's
but
off
no,
limits.
he's not going to go like this and just hit it straight and stay straight as a board.
Sam, it's like
he's
a video
squishing up. He's dead.
No, Sam, this is video game logic. Video game and cartoon logic.
Okay. But,
Trumped. Got him.
But then somehow he's still, like...
But yeah, then he...
But when does the boomerang come into play? Does he throw the boomerang at the Dementor, and then the Dementor falls down, and cops just get him? And then he flies back, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, because he falls into like one of like the big like balloons.
That's right.
Yeah, because I think he's at the edge. What is he doing? I can't remember what Dementor's doing. But yeah, I remember he gets the boomerang and throws it at him, because I remember on Dementor's helmet, it like shows his brain and there's like water in it, but I remember him throwing it, smacking him in the head, and just like him, like whipping his head back. The water was just like sloshing around, and I was like, that's kind of gross.
The brain juice. But yeah.
Then they fly down.
Then he catches a falling Jamie, and he's just like, Turbo Man, you saved me. And then he goes to Liz, and he's just like, thanks, Turbo Man. I know you're a real person. You just saved my son. And then Officer's just like, couldn't have done it without you. Just salutes him. And then this is like after he takes off he takes off his helmet, looks at Liz, and he's just like, Howard, who I've never seen you so muscular before.
She's like, Howard, Howard.
And then you have the officer being like, "Oh, you're the greatest. You saved the day yet again." And then he's just Arnold Schwarzenegger is just like, "Oh no, I got to talk to the man." He turns around, and then his whole face just changes and whatnot.
Yeah, the officer's face just drops like, this guy.
And then
then Howard's like, I'm sorry about the bike,
the bomb,
and
hot
the coffee.
cocoa, the stuff. And
just like apologizing for everything.
Doesn't get
and then they kiss.
arrested because he probably wouldn't have had a warrant on him, I guess, for being in a bomb situation, being a menace to society.
Yeah, it was Byron.
But wild thing is the Dementor or Myron's getting put into like a police car.
Did you want to say Byron?
No. And Jamie's just like, oh.
He like knocks on the window and he rolls down the window. Like, I don't think people in cop cars have access to that.
No. They hand him the Turbo Man thing before he gets in the car, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, true.
And
rolls down the window. What do you need?
No, it wasn't like Dennis the Menace where he was given like, oh, mister, you left your knife. And then the window rolls up and like smashes his hands.
That's a movie we should talk about.
Yeah.
But
for some reason, just because I feel so bad for Jamie. Jamie hates his dad. Like, there's no question that he does not like his dad. Because he's just been a terrible father over the last week. But just because he dressed up in a Turbo Man suit, he thinks he's the greatest person that's ever happened.
Well, no, because Jamie gives Myron the doll, and he's like, oh, well, thank you. My son's going to like this. Then Howard's like, well, why'd you do that? And he's like, he can have the toy. I have the real Turbo Man at home. And then the music swells, and then the credits roll.
Yeah, but
because then it's like the cartoon ending of just everyone being like, ah ha 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 ha, ah, ha, you're right.
Which is terrible because he's
rolls the Full House credits
everywhere you look. Like, I think it's terrible because he's like, like a week from now, he's gonna be over. He's gonna be over that his dad's Turbo Man because he's gonna miss another karate thing. He's not gonna be there for. He's gonna be late for New Year's celebration something, or he's gonna be heartbroken. Then he's gonna be like, I wish I got that Turbo Man action figure. Oh,
you can just get it after the holidays when they have them back in stock and everyone's not clamoring for it.
Yeah, but
wow.
Yeah, but that was basically the movie.
Yeah.
You guys are forgetting the most important part.
Wait.
What?
At Home Christmas Eve. Wait, is this last one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Oh. At Home Christmas Eve is finally spent right. As the star is mounted on the tree, everybody's happy. Liz is so happy that Howard was willing to do so much to get the present for Jamie. That it has her wondering what he got for her. The shocked expression on his face tells the whole story. Uh-oh. I forgot about that. Oh, man. Okay, should we go over... Yeah, we got some fun facts and goofs.
You want me to read them?
Go for... Well, we'll switch over. We'll switch every other. You can go first.
Okay. Producer Chris Columbus wanted...
Before he sailed the ocean blue.
Wow. He wanted Joe Pesci to play Myron, but he was deemed too short at 5'3", next to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's 6'2". Bro. Yeah, and then Arnie was with Danny DeVito, who's even shorter. I think he's like 5 feet, isn't he?
Oh, he could
Danny?
be. He could be, but he's a short dude. But that's actually funny. I think it was a better idea to have Myron be played by Sinbad over Joe Pesci, because Joe Pesci would just, I think everybody would just be like, oh, that's the dude from Home Alone.
Or just from, like, I feel like his, like, would have been, like, a little more serious. Oh my gosh. Sinbad was, like, more manic, and it was great. Like, he played off of the, like, I'm insane. I'm gonna blow up this office right now.
Oh, do you remember when he, like, grabbed the lady and started shaking her? He's just like, it's just, I just want one of those Turbo Man dolls, and I just keep.
It's so good. How tall is Sinbad then? How tall did they want him to be? Sinbad's also 5'3".
He's just 5'3" and a half.
No, he's like 5'4".
He's probably like 5'8", 5'10" is my, like, just thinking back to, like, pictures. And pull up the IMDb. He is 6'6". He's taller than... Wait, pull up a picture from the movie. Go back to, like...
They had to put they had to put Arnie in stilettos.
He is taller than him.
I think they tried to play off like the hat makes him look taller too.
Here's another fun fact for you. Official Turbo Man action figures have been released. Tiger Electronics released a 13.5-inch figure in 1996, which has become a rare collector's item. In 2021, Funko released more toys based on the film, such as a replica of the action figure seen in the film and several pop vinyl figures. Guess what, fellas? I'm one of those proud owners of a Funko Turbo Man. I got that for Christmas. What, last year? Is that when you got that for me? Yeah. Hayden got it for me.
Oh. Bumps my leg. It's your turn.
Your turn.
Turbo Man's red suit was modeled after DC Comics superhero The Flash. Whoa, had no idea about that one, guys. Whoa. Would have never known.
So here's some goofs. When Howard bumps into Officer Hummel at the parade, coffee falls on him. But when he gets up to chase Howard, he's completely dry.
That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myron Howard and the other customers are very committed to getting one of the numbered balls tossed by the toy store employees at the Mall of America. Myron even taunts Howard when he gets a ball. However, the balls do not guarantee anyone... Wait, what? However, the balls do not guarantee anyone would get a Turbo Man. The manager stated the balls were numbered and would be drawn lottery style. The few winners would be able to purchase the toy.
That's terrible. So you're grabbing a ball that would give you a chance to buy a Turbo Man. That's wild. That's terrible.
I love how everyone was just going for the one.
Yeah.
Or at least Howard and Myron were going for the one.
Well, because they didn't see any other ones.
Oh, true.
When Howard first arrives at the Mall of America store for the late Turbo Man dolls, he's going down an escalator. Then in the next shot, a crowd is shown at a toy store. You can see Howard in the crowd before he even gets there. What?
That's
so
how it be.
A shot before he gets there with him in the crowd, and then it goes back to him getting there. So it's like they show a shot with him already there. And
it's like...
actually getting there.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Final thoughts. I think this is like one of my favorite. I think it. This is probably the Christmas movie I've seen the most. Probably the most quotable.
There's so many good gags in it.
Yeah, like not some you choke on kind of gag, but
yeah,
like,
it's not that gross. I promise. Just Dementor's brain head. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. But I think this is one that I might show to my kids. It might be a little too dated when I get I think when we get to the stage when like I have kids who are older, it'll be interesting to see how they react to like a payphone.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, why don't they just call on their iPhone? Or like,
They were made back then, idiot.
yeah,
Roast your kids.
yeah, like, oh, you had to shove coins in a machine to call somebody. That's
You had to
weird.
use coins. You can't just use your card.
Yeah,
Gross.
that's even something I didn't even think about.
You had to call into a radio station to get a toy.
Mm-hmm. What the heck is a radio
Gross.
station?
What the heck? Why don't they just do it on Spotify or something?
Where was Instagram? Why couldn't you just go and look for?
Why didn't he go on eBay? Idiot.
Yeah. But,
No, I feel like this one. I mean, there's no payphones around here, and we were still like, yeah, that's just how it be sometimes.
I think it was still like more of a thing at the time. Like most movies now, you don't see a payphone. While we
Yeah.
were kids, you'd see most plot lines. You had like somebody talking in a payphone.
Yeah. But also, right now, like, a lot of the stuff is, like, 80s. Or just, like some stuff is, like, not nowadays. So it's, like, I have a feeling there's still going to be stuff that are, like, in, like, those time periods where it's, like, oh, there's still payphones and there's no phones. Like, there's no iPhones.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like they won't, like, have no idea what's going on. But it's also just something that's, like, oh, Dad, why don't they just get their iPhone? It's like, well, they weren't made. That's why they're going to this thing where they
Right.
pay for it, like calling people. They had
Yeah.
house phones and only house phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Cue the Christmas music.
Whoa!
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at AJS_podcast.
You can follow my art stuff at Babby_Yammy. Whoa.
DM us.
Or you can put a comment
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah, put a comment. Leave your thoughts on what you thought of the movie, or just other stuff that you want us to review. At this point, we'll probably not do any more Christmas movies
Yeah.
until next year. But
I mean, you could still give us ideas.
yeah,
I guess.
share some of your Christmas memories, like some movies that you loved as a kid, and why you love them. And
What do you think of Jingle All the Way?
Yeah.
Should they remake it?
heck no. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Check out our other videos on YouTube. Check out our other episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to us.
Follow us on those.
Yeah. Leave a review. Support us in any way possible.
Don't start doing stuff on Christmas Eve, please.
Yeah.
That stresses me out so much.
Yeah, you're not getting anything. The moral of the story, you're not going to get what you want. Remember to buy your stuff early. Be mindful of your children, of when you're buying stuff, or if you're buying presents for. Get stuff early. It wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, if you haven't bought stuff yet, go get it now. Right now. Christmas is next week.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Go get it right now.
Go have some hot cocoa. Sit with somebody. Watch a Christmas movie.
Watch this Christmas movie.
Yeah. And what else? Have a ho Merry Christmas, Hanukkah. Have a great rest of your year, and we'll catch you in the next episode where we do something. Woo! Ta-ta, Turbo Man.
Ta-ta, Turbo Man.